Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's jaw-dropping story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest celebrity scoop. Now, let's get into it, because Julia Roberts has just dropped a bombshell that has left the entire world reeling. George Clooney, one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, recently experienced something so shocking it sent him straight to the hospital. The culprit, a stunning revelation about his twins' DNA results that no one saw coming. Stick with us till the end of this video to get the full, jaw-dropping details. If you're a fan of George Clooney and Julia Roberts, you probably already know that these two are known for their close friendship, which has spanned decades. They've worked together on multiple films, but in recent interviews, Julia has shared some personal insights into her dear friend's life that have stunned the world. Recently, Julia opened up in a conversation about George's family life with his wife Amal Clooney and their adorable twins, Ella and Alexander. Julia has always been a regular guest at the Clooney household, but what she revealed during an appearance on a talk show has sent shockwaves throughout Hollywood. George and Amal, the power couple who seem to have it all, recently decided to have DNA tests done for their 6-year-old twins, Ella and Alexander. The Clooneys had always suspected something unique about their children's genetic makeup, but they never expected the shocking results they received. What's even more surprising is how these results affected George's health, leading to an emergency hospitalization. Julia Roberts, who has become like family to the Clooneys, shared how the situation unfolded. According to her, George was so taken aback by the results that it sent him spiraling, eventually causing him to suffer a panic attack so intense that it required medical attention. But what exactly were these shocking DNA results? Was it something sinister or simply an unexpected twist of fate? To everyone's surprise, the DNA test revealed that the Clooney twins share an incredibly rare genetic connection that has only been seen in a handful of cases worldwide. While both Ella and Alexander were genetically tied to both of their parents, the results showed that there were some unusual markers that suggested one of the twins could be genetically closer to an extended family member. This revelation left George shaken. As a father, he had always envisioned his children being a mirror image of himself and Amal, but now, with these new results, the biological connection wasn't as straightforward as he had imagined. Experts quickly rushed in to explain that the results were simply a fluke of genetics, and that the twins were, in fact, both his biological children. But for George, the shock was enough to send his emotions into overdrive. Julia mentioned that George's initial reaction was one of disbelief, which led to him being physically and emotionally drained. Julia Roberts, who knows George well enough to understand his tendencies to overthink, couldn't help but express her concern for her longtime friend. During her interview, Julia revealed that George had been in such a state of disbelief that he wasn't able to eat or sleep for days. He started obsessing over the technicalities of genetics and even began researching rare genetic disorders, which only added to his anxiety. The moment George heard the results, I think he went into full research mode, Julia said. He's not a guy who takes things lightly. It was like he couldn't turn it off. He had to know everything. But what George didn't know at the time was that this was all just part of the natural variation in genetics, a random twist that most parents wouldn't even blink an eye at. However, for George, it felt like a mystery he had to solve. George's overwhelming reaction wasn't just about the results themselves, it was also the physical toll that this revelation had on his health. Julia explained that after days of stress and confusion, George had a full-blown panic attack that left him with elevated heart rate and chest pains. It was so severe that he was rushed to the hospital, where doctors confirmed that his health scare was a direct result of stress. According to Julia, it was one of the scariest moments she had witnessed in their long friendship. We all know George is a cool customer, but this shook him to his core, Julia recalled. It was like he couldn't process it, and it hit him harder than anyone expected. George's hospital visit served as a wake-up call for him. After being given the all-clear by doctors, he had a long conversation with Amal and Julia about how he had let his emotions take control of his health. Julia mentioned that while George eventually laughed it all off, it was a clear reminder for him to take a step back and embrace life without the constant pressure to overanalyze every situation. While Julia has confirmed the shocking DNA results, many questions remain. What exactly were those rare genetic markers? Could they lead to any further surprises in the Clooney family's future? Or is this just a one-off event that has already been put to rest? So, there you have it. the full story behind George Clooney's shocking DNA revelation and the health scare that followed. It's a reminder that even celebrities face unexpected challenges, and that no matter how glamorous their lives seem, they too are human. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Clooney family's latest surprise, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment below with your thoughts on this shocking twist. What do you think of the DNA results? Do you think it was all just a coincidence? We'd love to hear your take.